You know that person who kind of drives you crazy, the one who seems a little abrasive? Well, what if they're also the smartest person in the room? Today we're going to dive into 7 rude behaviors that surprisingly might actually signal high intelligence. Let's get right into it. So, yeah, this is the big question we're tackling. What if rude is just misunderstood brilliance? What if the person you think is being difficult is just operating on a totally different wavelength? It's time to challenge some of our own judgments, you know. And hey, this isn't just some wild theory we're throwing out there. Psychology actually backs this up. High intelligence doesn't always fit neatly into our little social boxes. When a brain is processing the world at like lightning speed, it can totally short-circuit normal social expectations. And that is where things start to get interesting. Alright, so let's jump into our first set of behaviors. I'm calling this group the brain on fast forward, and it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's all about what happens when you have a mind that's just faster than everyone else's. Okay, first one, impatience with inefficiency. Oh man, we've all been there, right? You're in a meeting that's just dragging on and there's that one person who seems super arrogant or has a really short fuse. But what if it's not arrogance? What if their brain is just literally 5 steps ahead of everyone else in the room? Yeah, there's actually a term for this. Psychology calls it cognitive speed mismatch. And it's this very real, genuine frustration a fast-processing brain feels when it's stuck waiting for everyone else to catch up. So it's not about ego, it's just a frustrating glitch in processing speeds. Alright, number 2, avoiding small talk. This one gets a bad rap. People see it as being aloof, or stuck up, or like you're ignoring them. But the reality for a really sharp mind, it's all about protecting their mental real estate. Small talk isn't just boring. It can be incredibly draining, and this all comes down to a need for mental stimulation. It's not that they can't make small talk, it's that they choose not to. They're trying to save that precious cognitive energy for the big complex problems. It can come off as antisocial for sure, but really they're just being efficient with their brain power. Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit. Our next section is called the resistance of reason. And these next few behaviors are all about a deep, powerful drive for logic and well-thinking for yourself. So, behavior number 3, questioning authority and traditions. Oh boy, this will get you labeled rebellious or disrespectful in a heartbeat, right? But for a highly intelligent person, it's not about being a rebel. The reality is, they're resisting for a reason. They absolutely need to understand the logic behind the rule before they're willing to follow it. And this is so key. It's not just a fiancé for the sake of it. It's actually a sign of high cognitive flexibility. It's that impulse to really dig in and evaluate the why behind something, instead of just accepting it because that's how we've always done it. That just doesn't fly. Number 4. This one is a total social landmine. Correcting people when they're wrong. I mean, it's pretty much the definition of know-it-all behavior, isn't it? But again, what if the motivation isn't about showing off? What if it's a deep cognitive need to fix something that's incorrect? And I just love this way of framing it. Prioritizing accuracy over ego. For a brain wired like this, the truth, the integrity of the information is just way more important than a little social awkwardness. You know, they see an idea that's wrong and it's like a tool that's broken. They just feel this compulsion to fix it, to make it right. Alright, our final group of behaviors. These ones get a little deeper and honestly a little more isolating. Let's talk about what's going on. The depth below the surface. Okay, number 5. The awkward long pause. You know what I'm talking about. You ask someone a question and there's just silence. It's so easy to think, oh, they're hesitating, or they don't know the answer, or they lack confidence. But the reality, it could be the exact opposite, because what's actually happening in that silence is deep cognitive evaluation. This person isn't struggling for an answer. Their brain is firing on all cylinders, running through multiple answers. They're checking context. They're weighing different angles. They're calculating the consequences of their words, all in a few seconds before they even open their mouth. And how about this one? Asking questions that feel like they go too far. You know that person who just keeps digging, asking why and how? It can totally feel like an interrogation, right? Like they're trying to put you on the spot. But let's try to reframe it. What if it's not an attack, but actually a sign of intellectual humility? Seriously, it's about a genuine quest for true understanding. They're not assuming they know the answer. They're trying to confirm that they really get it. It's the mark of a mind that doesn't just take things at face value. And for our last one, suddenly detaching from a conversation. Have you ever seen this? 1 minute someone is totally engaged and the next they're just gone. They seem cold, distant, almost antisocial. What is going on there? Well, this brings us to a really powerful idea: the isolation of insight. Just imagine for a second that you can see all the social patterns, all the little white lies, all the hidden motives that everyone else in the room is just ignoring. It would create this natural distance, wouldn't it? They're not trying to be rude. They're just unable to unsee the truth of the situation. So, after going through all 7 of these, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's pretty clear we need to start looking at these kinds of behaviors through a completely new lens. The bottom line is this: high intelligence doesn't always look polished and confident. Sometimes it looks like overthinking. Sometimes it looks like being distant. And yeah, sometimes it even looks like frustration. It's so often hidden just beneath the surface that seems, well, a little bit awkward. And that really leaves us with this one powerful thought to chew on. The real signal of intelligence isn't how loud or confident someone is on the surface. It is the depth and awareness they carry beneath it. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. After everything we've talked about, which flaw, maybe in yourself or in someone you know, are you going to see a little differently now?